Ncert and Cbse 10th standard for mathematics and science. So in the previous session of mathematics we had discussed a very important concept on quadratic equations, that is a discriminant of a quadratic equation to determine the nature of the roots. So without finding the roots itself we were able to determine the nature of the roots, how the roots will be, whether the roots will be equal, whether they will be real, equal and distinct, whether they will be real, equal and real, distinct and rational, real, distinct and irrational, or the roots will be that is complex or imaginary, that is no real roots. So these are all the possibilities of the nature of roots of quadratic equation. So based on that, very simple problems, conceptual problems were solved on it. Find the nature of the roots of the quadratic equation. So some quadratic equation you gave me, so I went with the problems. We had different, we saw the different types of quadratic, that is nature of the roots, we discussed that. So after that we came with a very simple application where a quadratic equation was given to us with an unknown, that is k in it. Somewhere it was placed instead of a in the place of b, in the place of c it was placed, and as the quadratic equation had equal roots, as it was having equal roots, we were asked to find out the value of k. So apart from that, you have solved some very important problems on the same lines to find the value of p, which was given as a homework to you. So it's fantastic. Most of you have sent the problems through the WhatsApp, right? Fantastic work is going on. So be updated, right? So in this session we will be going with still more very important problems on that is quadratic equations. So very simple, that is connected to quadratic equations. We are going with fractional problems, where you will be given an equation, a mathematical equation. You have to simplify that and take it to a quadratic equation, and then you have to find out the roots of that. So here, when you get the quadratic equation, it is not compulsory you should go with the factorization or you should go only with the formula method. So whichever is feasible you can do it. So whichever is easy you can do it. So better we recommend you go with factorization method, because it is a little bit of errorless and it consumes a lot of time also. So if a particular quadratic equation cannot be solved by the factorization method, then you can go with the formula method, right? Okay. So as you are well versed with both the versions of solving quadratic equations, whichever you want you can do it, right? Okay. So as the method of completing the square is being removed by the government, as it is not in this year's syllabus, therefore I have not discussed anything regarding that, but I have given a glimpse of that during the derivation of the quadratic formula, right? I hope you remember, right? So in today's session we will be going with very simple problems which are equations reducible to the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, which may be asked in your examination for 2 marks, right? So come on, first problem.
X minus 1 by x.
So question is something like this: find the roots of quadratic equation. Find the roots of the quadratic equations. Okay. So yes, first one, x plus
X minus 1 by x.
Okay, x minus 1 by x is equal to
3.
3. Okay.
X is not equals to 0.
Okay, x is not equal to 0. So that's the condition. X is not equal to 0 is the simple condition. Right. Now, let us get into the solution. So let us take the given equation here. So x minus 1 by x is equal to 3. So in the LHS part of the equation we have x, and below that we have 1 as the denominator. So here we will take the LCM for 1 and x. So LCM is x by 1 into x is
X square.
minus 1 by x into x and x cancels 1 is equal to 3, and 3 below it in the denominator we have 1. So what is the most possible step here?
Cross multiplication.
Yes, please go with cross multiplication. X square minus 1 into 1 is
X
x square minus 1 is equal to 3 into x.
3x.
Okay, so x square plus 3x will transpose it to the LHS, so it becomes
Minus 3x.
minus 1 is equal to 0. Yes. Is this the required quadratic equation? Is this in the standard form?
Yes, sir.
Right. So you can find out the roots of this given quadratic equation, that is obtained by either by factorization or by
Follow.
whichever you want, you can do it. You have that independence. Right. So let us get into the second one.
X plus 1 by x
is equal to
3.
3
X is equals to not equals to 0.
where x is not equal to 0. So in place of in between x and 1 by x we had minus here, and here in between x and 1 by x we have plus. That's the only difference. The procedure is the same thing. So x plus 1 by x is equal to 3. So by x by 1. So we can take LCM for 1 and x. So LCM is x. X by 1 into x is
X square.
plus 1 by x into x is
1.
is equal to 3 by 1. So we can go with cross multiplication. So x square plus 1 is equal to 3 into x is
3x.
so x square plus plus 3x, as it gets transposed to the LHS, it becomes
Minus 3x plus 1 is equal to 0.
So this is the required quadratic equation. So either by factorization or by formula method you can find out the roots. So once you find out the roots, write the roots in the statement form. The roots are so and so. Right? Okay. Okay. Let us get into the third problem. Alright. Yes.
1 by x
1 by x
Minus.
okay, minus
1 by x minus 2 is
x
equals
minus 2 is equal to
3.
3. Okay,
Not equals to 0 and 2.
where x is not equal to 0 comma 2. Okay. So if x is equal to 0, then it is meaningless, and if it is 2, then also it is meaningless. If x is equal to 0, then 1 by 0 is something which is not defined, right? So x minus 2 is when x is equal to 2, 2 minus 2 becomes 0, again it is not defined again. It becomes 1 by 0, it becomes not defined. So therefore he has put up a condition where x is not equal to 0 and 2. If at all if you are going to get the x value as 0 and 2, absolutely it's wrong. Right? Okay. So let us get into this. So 1 by x minus 1 by x minus 2 is equal to 3. So this is the given problem here. Right. Now let us take the LHS. So LCM for x and x minus 2 is x into x minus 2. Right. So 1 by x into x minus 2 is
X minus 2.
x minus 2 minus 1 by x minus 2 into this. X minus 2, x minus 2 cancels x. So no need to put any brackets because after the minus sign you are having a monomial there. So if it was a binomial, you have to put up the bracket. Right, be careful. So is equal to 3. So plus x minus x cancels. So remaining is minus 2 by x into x
X square.
minus x into minus 2
Minus 2x.
is equal to 3 by 1. Okay. So we will cross multiply this. So 3 into x square minus 2x and minus 2 into 1. 3 into x square minus 2x is equal to minus 2 into 1 is minus 2. Okay. 3 into x square,
3x square.
3x square, 3 into minus 2x,
Minus 6x.
6x. We will transpose this minus 2 to LHS. It becomes
Plus 2.
plus 2 is equal to 0. This is the required quadratic equation. Right? You cannot take anything common here because we have 3 and odd numbers 6 and 2. Nothing we can take out common. So therefore go with factorization method. Right. Okay, next one. Yeah, fourth problem.
1 by x plus 4
1 by x plus 4
minus 1 by x minus 7
x minus 7
is equals to 11 by 30.
11 by 30. 30.
X not equals to minus 4 and 7.
Okay. So x not equal to minus 4 comma 7. Okay. Right. So now let us take up the given problem. So 1 by x plus 4 minus 1 by x minus 7 is equal to 11 by 30 is the given problem. Right. So now take up the LHS because it has two fractions there. Let us consider these two fractions here. Let us take LCM, cross multiply this and then reach the quadratic equation. Okay. So LCM for x plus 4 and x minus 7 is
Plus 4 into x minus 7.
x minus 7. So 1 by x plus 4 into this.
X minus 7.
X minus 7 remains minus Open the brackets. 1 by x minus 7 into this.
X plus 4.
X minus 7 cancels. So x plus 4 into 1 is
X plus 4.
is equal to 11 by
30.
So here we have a binomial after the minus sign. Therefore you have to keep that inside.
Brackets.
This is very important step. You should not forget this. So x minus 7 minus into plus x is minus x. Minus into plus 4 is
Minus 4.
by x into x.
X square.
X into minus 7
Minus 7x.
plus 4 into x
Plus 4x.
plus 4 into minus 7
Minus 28.
is equal to 11 by 30. Okay, let us simplify. So plus x minus x gets cancelled. So left over with minus 7 minus 4. What happens?
Minus 11.
By x square minus 7x plus 4x
Minus 3x.
minus 3x minus
28.
28 is equal to 11 by 30. So most possible step is,
Cross multiplication.
so before that you can do one thing, 11 ones are 11 minus ones are, you can cancel that. Numerator you can cancel when you are having fractions in between equals, right? If equals is there between two fractions, then you can easily cancel, right? So 11 ones are 11, minus ones are, that is not ones are, that is minus ones. 11 into minus 1 is minus 11, right? Okay, let us write the remaining thing. We will cross multiply. X square minus 3x minus 28 into 1 is
X square
minus 3x minus 28, and minus 1 into 30 is
Minus 30.
minus 30. Okay, let us transpose this minus 30 to LHS. So x square minus 3x minus 28 plus 30 is equal to 0. So x square minus 3x minus 28 plus 30
Plus 2.
is equal to 0. So this is the required quadratic equation. So you can go by either the method of factorization or by the method of using formula. Correct. Okay, now let us get into very important application problems on that is discriminant of a quadratic equation. So is it possible to design? This question is from exercise 10.4. Please note on this. Exercise 10.4, third problem. So I will be doing all the three here, third, fourth, and fifth together. And word example 17 will be a homework file. Word example 17 is a homework file, right? So is it possible to design a rectangular mango grove whose length is twice its breadth and the area is 800 meters? If so, find its length and breadth. This is the question. Very simple. Is it possible to design? That is, he is not having a confirmation. The person who has given us the question here is not having a confirmation whether it can be made or not. That is it possible to design a rectangular mango grove whose length is twice its breadth? So let us imagine a rectangular mango grove. So mango grove is a place where plenty of mango trees will be at a particular place, right? That's all. Is it possible to design a rectangular mango grove whose length is twice its breadth? The length of the rectangular mango grove is twice its breadth. So then we have to guess the breadth here. So twice its breadth, that is the length will be twice its breadth, that is it becomes 2x. Okay. And twice its breadth, and the area is 800 square meters. So it is 800 square meters area. The area inside the rectangular mango grove is 800 square meters. So is this possible to make it or not? He is asking us. So here, when we take the condition of the given problem and continue with this, we will reach a quadratic equation. When we reach a quadratic equation, then we solve it by the method of factorization or by the formula method. So after that, when we get the roots, if those roots are real roots, that is, they should not be non-real roots. That is, the discriminant of this particular quadratic equation, what we are going to get now, should not give us imaginary or complex roots. So if this quadratic equation, when we solve this, doesn't give us a imaginary or complex roots, then it will give us real roots. Then it is possible to design the mango grove. Or if it is giving us non-real roots, then it is not possible to design them. So to decide this, first we have to find the roots, that is we have to find the nature of the roots, how it is, right? Okay. So let us guess the breadth here. So let the breadth of the rectangular field be, let the breadth be x meters, be x meters, then length will be okay 2x meters, and the length will be 2x meters. So according to the given condition, okay, so area of this rectangular field is 800 square meters, which can be written as area is equal to length into breadth. Okay, so area is 800 is equal to length is 2x into breadth is x. Okay, so 2x into x is 2x square is equal to 800. X square is equal to 800 by 2. Okay, so that becomes 2 ones are to 400. Okay, so x square is equal to 400. So you can see on both sides we have a perfect square. Because x square is a perfect square, 400 is also a
Perfect square.
because it comes with 20 into 20. Okay, let us take square root on both sides. So square root of x square is equal to plus or minus square root of 400. So square and root cancels. So x is equal to plus or minus 20. So therefore x is equal to 20 meters, because as we cannot take the negative root, because length is always positive, we are not supposed to take the negative value, that is minus 20 is ignored. So we take the positive value. So here, what is 20 here, what we are getting is, it is nothing but the length of the breadth, that is the length of the breadth we are getting, that is rectangular mango grooves, breadth is 20 meters. So breadth is 20 meters. So length will be okay 2x is equal to 2 into 20 is equal to 40 meters. So it is possible because the quadratic equation is giving you real roots. As this quadratic equation is giving you real roots, this design of the rectangular mango groove is possible. Right. So since we get real roots, so therefore making of or designing of rectangular mango groove is possible. Okay. Right. This is how we have to conclude. So, is it possible so for such type of questions you have to look at the roots. If they are real roots, then the situation is possible. If it is not real roots, then the situation is not possible. That's all. Okay. Okay. So let us get into the second problem from exercise 10.4. That is actually in the textbook it is the fourth problem, right? Is the following situation possible? If so, determine their present ages, and the situation is given, right? Okay. Sum of the ages of two friends is 20 years. So there are two friends. Sum of their ages is 20 years. So it is 19 plus 1 or 18 plus 2 or 17 plus 3 or 15 plus 5, we do not know that, right? But sum of the ages of two friends is 20 years. So let us guess the age of one of the friend. Let the age of first friend be x. Then the age of second friend will be
20
out of 20 years you have to minus the age of the first friend, that is x. So age of the 20, that is age of the second friend will be 20 minus x years. Okay, let us do that first. Okay. So let the age age of one friend, or let us take it as first friend. First friend B, x years. Let the age of first friend be x years. Then age of second friend will be 20 minus x years. 20 minus x years. Out of 20 you have to remove the age of the first friend, then you will get the age of the second. Right. 4 years ago. 4 years ago in the sense he is speaking past tense. 4 years ago, the product of their ages in years was 48. So we have done this type of problem in the earlier sessions, right? Lot of problems we have done on this. So 4 years ago, let us guess the age of the first friend and let us get the age of the second friend. 4 years ago, right? So 4 years ago, 4 years ago, age of first friend B, okay, first friend will be, now his age is x years. 4 years ago it was x minus 4 years. X minus 4 years, okay. So age of second friend will be, already his age is 20 minus x. 20 minus x minus 4 years. Very important. Minus 4 years. So if you simplify this, you are going to get it as 20 minus
x.
16 minus x years. Okay, no problem. Here itself you can simplify that. So now, the product of their ages in years was 48. So 4 years ago, what the ages of both the friends was, when you multiply these two ages, then it will be equal to 48. It will be equal to 48. Present age of the one of the friend is x, another friend is 20 minus x, because sum of their ages is 20. Right? 4 years ago, this friend's age is x minus 4 years. This friend's age is 16 minus 4 years. It was 4 years ago. When you multiply these two ages, the product will be equal to
48.
So we will write according to given condition. According to given condition, okay, x minus 4 into 16 minus x is equal to 48. So x into 16 is
16x.
minus x into minus x is
Minus x square.
minus 4 into 16 is
Minus 64.
64. Minus 4 into minus x is plus 4x is equal to 48. Let us simplify this. So minus x square plus 16x plus 4x
Plus 20.
plus 20x minus 64 plus 48, when it comes to the LHS transposes, it becomes minus 48 is equal to 0. Okay. So minus x square plus 20x minus 64 minus 48. It becomes minus 112, I hope, right, is equal to 0. So now we have, for x square we have minus sign here. So to correct that, you can take minus 1 as common. Okay. When you take minus 1 as common, so you're left with x square minus 20x plus 112 is equal to 0. So this minus 1 comes to the denominator of 0. So that for the 0 by minus 1 is
0.
Okay. So you're left with x square minus 20x plus 112 is equal to 0. Right. So now we have to go with the factorization method. Right. So x square into 112 is 112 x square. You have to split this into two numbers in such a way that the sum should be equal to minus 20x and product should be equal to 112 x square. Right. So you have to search for two numbers. Okay. So here we are getting minus plus 112 x square. You have to split this into two numbers and we can go with the factorization method. Or else you can do one method, another method you can do this. So I will show it. So here take out the values of A, B and C, right? So A is 1, B is equal to minus 20, C is equal to 112. Let us take the help of discriminant, because discriminant tells you whether the roots what you are going to get is real or not. So if they are not real roots, then here itself we can decide that the ages of the friends cannot be found out. That is not possible. If we get the real roots, then we can come to a conclusion that yes, we can get the ages of the persons, right? So okay. So let us take the discriminant. So D is equal to B square minus 4AC. So D is equal to B square. What is the value of B?
Minus 20.
Minus 20
Whole
whole square minus 4 into A. 1 B, that is C. 112. Okay, no problem. So D is equal to 20 whole square is 400 minus 4 into 112. 448. So D is equal to 400 minus 448 is
48.
which
Minus 48.
minus 48. So D we are getting it as minus 48. So discriminant value is less than 0. So if the discriminant value of a quadratic equation is less than 0, we say that the roots are real, that is the roots are complex or imaginary. So the quadratic equation doesn't have any real roots. So since D is less than 0, therefore quadratic equation does not have any real roots. Does not have any real roots. So therefore the above situation is not possible. Right. Okay. Okay, now let us get into the last problem. Application exercise 10.4, fifth problem, last problem. Is it possible to design a rectangular park of perimeter 80 meters? So imagine a rectangular park, its perimeter is 80 meters. So what do you mean by perimeter? Sum of all the sides of a given geometrical figure is called the perimeter of the geometrical figure. Okay. So is it possible to design a rectangular park of perimeter 80 meters and area 400 square meters? So it's a very simple question here. So perimeter of the rectangular field. So let us imagine this rectangular field here. So its perimeter is 80 meters. So let us guess the breadth be x meters and let us guess the length be y meters. So as this side is equal to this will be y meters and this is equal to this will be x meters. So this x meters and this is y meters. So perimeter of the rectangular field is 80 meters and area 400 square meters. Is this possible to make? That's the question he is asking. With these dimensions, is this possible to make the rectangular park? So let us guess the breadth and let us guess the length. So let the breadth be x meters, because here no relation between breadth and length is given as like in the previous problem, right? So now we have to take two different variables here. So let the breadth be x meters, then length will be let length be y meters. So therefore perimeter is, what is the length of perimeter? 80 meters. So this can be taken as x plus y plus x plus y. That becomes x plus x 2x. Y plus y
2y.
So 2x plus 2y is equal to 80. So when you take 2 as common, you are left with x plus y is equal to 80. So therefore x plus y is equal to 80 by 2. So that becomes
40.
So x plus y is equal to 40. So therefore x is equal to 40 minus y. As this y goes to the RHS, so we will make it x is equal to 40 minus y. Okay. Now, and area is 400 square meters. So its area is 400 square meters. So let us take this condition. So area is equal to 400. So therefore area of the rectangular park it can be measured by using the formula length into
breadth.
That is y into x or x into y is equal to 400. Okay. So here we can see x is 40 minus y. So instead of x I can substitute
40 minus y
into y is equal to
400.
Okay. So y into 40 is
40y
40y. Y into minus y is
minus y square
is equal to 400.
400.
So we will transpose both these terms to the RHS and make LHS as 0. Okay. So 1 y minus y square transposes to RHS, it becomes
y square
plus 40y as it transposes to RHS, it becomes
minus 40y.
so 400 is already in the RHS, so therefore plus 400 is equal to 0. So this is the required quadratic equation we have got, right? So here when we solve this given quadratic equation either by factorization or by formula method, we will come to know whether the roots are real or not. If the roots are real, then the construction of such a type of rectangular park will be possible. If the roots are not real, then the construction of such a rectangular park is not possible. That's the only thing. Either you can also use discriminant here. You can also use discriminant. But if it is possible to go with factorization, let us go with that. Right. In the last problem, we tried to go with factorization, but we couldn't do. We couldn't do the factorization. Therefore, we went with the discriminant. So let us try this. If it goes by factorization, let us go reach the answer. If it is not, let us get with discriminant. Okay. Right. So let us multiply this y square into 400.
400y square.
Y square minus 40y plus 400 is equal to 0. So y square into 400 is
400y square.
400y square. Split this into two numbers
Minus
such that we should get minus 40y.
minus 20y minus 20y.
Yes, minus 20y minus 20y. Okay. So y square minus 20y minus 20y. Instead of this minus 40y, I have written these two terms. Plus 400 is equal to 0. So these are the two terms here. Let us take here y as common. So if you take y as common, we left with y
minus 20.
minus 20 into y
Minus
minus 20 is equal to 0. Okay, y into y square
square
into minus 20 minus 20y. Minus 20 into y is minus 20y. Minus into minus
plus
20 into 20 is
400.
So from these two terms we can take y minus 20 as common. So we are left with y minus 20 is equal to 0. So this into this is equal to 0. So either this should be equal to 0 or this should be equal to 0. So y minus 20 is equal to 0 and y minus 20 is equal to 0. So y is equal to 20 okay, and y is equal to 20. So we are getting equal roots. We are getting equal roots. So if you are getting equal roots, then the roots are real and equal. They are not distinct. Real and
Equal.
Okay. So we have got the value of y means nothing but we have got the value of the length of the rectangular park. So using this length, we can easily reach breadth. Okay. So therefore, length is okay. Y is equal to 20 meters. So breadth is so here we can take this x is equal to 40 minus y, x is equal to 40 minus y. So x is equal to 40 minus 20. So x is equal to
20
meters. Right. So since we have to write the condition here, since the roots are real and equal, so therefore construction of rectangular park is possible. Therefore construction of rectangular park is possible. Right. Okay, so with this I would like to conclude this session. So here I would like to conclude this particular chapter called quadratic equations. I hope you enjoyed the entire chapter here. So in tomorrow's session I will be going with only multiple choice questions based on quadratic equations. So I am going to select those multiple choice questions from your previous year's exams, from the state syllabus as well as from the Cbse syllabus. So a lot number of problems I am going to discuss. Be with me in the class, learn more, right? So until that, stay home, stay safe and keep learning. Thank you.